fire signs to your chakra reading for 2026. Woohoo! First chakra reading of the new year. So let's get in here and see what's going on with you. This is for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Okay. First card coming out is rejection. Just because they say weird things, guys, don't take it as, oh, it's not always what you think. The rejection card actually is a beautiful crown chakra card. Crown chakra is located at the very top of your head. Hold on, let's see what it says here. It says, the ivory tower. They won't use me. The inspiration of this card is you don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Rejection in spirit's protection. Rejection is spirit's protection, okay? Of course. We've all heard that term. We've all been here a long time, right? Rejection is God's protection. Am I working on myself? Am I working with or against things? What is the purpose of my present solitude? Others' approvals, unsupportive environment, working alone, arrival of a teacher, keywords protection, exclusion, and development. Okay. Right here, it says rejection. Over here, it says you no longer need to prove yourself. This is about understanding who you are and what you have created. Ivory allows others into your life. Choose wisely. Okay? So, very beautiful. So, we know that this is about rejection. This is about whatever it might be that says you don't need that because it doesn't serve you. So, I'm not going to let you have that. Maybe I'll give you something better. Or maybe I just don't want you down that line at all, right? Maybe I have something so different and a whole different door, right? Maybe there's a whole different door for you. And that door just, you know, it kind of reminds me of when you're standing somewhere and you really want something and you're like holding on. Just imagine, you know, holding onto a doorknob and you're trying to open for me. That's how I feel playing the lottery. Like, I know a lot of you play the lottery, okay? It's like, that's how I feel about playing the lottery. Like I win $50 here, I can win $100 there, right? But what about that like $1 million jackpot, right? So it's like me trying to open that door, like, come on, I know it's mine, right? And it's like, it doesn't budge. Does that mean, though, we have to ask ourselves, does that mean that it won't never open, or does that just mean it won't open at this time because of the way we grow, because of who we are? Absolutely. So just because one door doesn't open today does not mean that the door will not open tomorrow. We've seen that in life as well, right? Sometimes things happen and then sometimes you have to wait 30 years and it's like, man, I don't see why that didn't happen. Or that's a lot of times too where we get those. Well, if I would have played those numbers 16 years ago, right? Because it said 16 years ago, these numbers won, you know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't matter because you didn't think about that. So it wasn't yours to win at the time. It was someone else's, or it wasn't meant for you for whatever purpose. It wasn't your journey. So it is God's protection so that you can get somewhere else. So right now it can feel like failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So you have to ask yourself, is it really truly failure? Is it truly really that? Or is it just, as it says, an opportunity to learn, to grow? This wasn't meant for me ever. Or maybe just not at this time. Everybody's story is going to be different. Since this is not a personal reading, right? So we can only go off the energy that we know, right? And I'm just, oh my gosh, these cards are great. Guys, remember, when I do these, I do them upside down. I don't even look at these damn cards. That's why I always have to go and find, right? I have to go find the cards. I don't know what they are. I do so many of them. I make little packets. I don't care, right? I just want to do them. Right? And it's fun for me to not know what they are too, because then I'm having the experience with you. So that's crazy to me because we just talked about that door and me shoveling that door. because that totally feels like me. I am Leo rising though, so maybe this is kind of resonating with me a little bit too. So here we go. Goose. So it says start all over again. That's fine. Then do it. And of course, we're going to cry over spilled milk. Of course, it's going to suck ass when it doesn't work our way. Of course, it sucks, right? Because it's something I wanted, especially if it's love. Oh my God, right? Or that job. I would have to say that between jobs and love, it's got to be the worst, right? It's like, so I didn't win the lottery, whatever. But if he didn't want to take my love, I'd be so sad, right? Okay. Well, I'm Taurus, okay? No, if I was Cancer, I'd be devastated, right? Okay, guys. Okay, having fun over here, right? Goose, take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. It says just chill. Now, geese, let's put it this way, geese in general get really pissed off. He's probably going to go biting people if you're in his way. But it's saying, don't go biting people. Don't get, it's okay. I know you're going to become a fiery mess, right? But it's okay, right? Just let the fire burn down and just relax. Because I'm telling you, there's something else happening. There's something coming. There's something going on here. Honeybee. Now we see a bee. Now, bees to me tell me right off the bat that money isn't, money's coming. If you get a bee in the house, there's money coming. I love it when I get a bee in the house because I always know wealth is on its way. Let compassion and forgiveness be at the top priority of your situation. So it's saying just use the compassion within yourself and watch the wealth come in. I'm going to keep that. I don't care if this says anything about that or not. Watch the wealth come in, guys. Because the honeybee's always about wealth. You're the hardest working animal, insect, whatever on the planet, right? So they always bring in money. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to worry. Let's not worry about the rejection, the failure. Yes, it sucks. The closed door. I want that door open. Let's tell us why, though. Get these chakras going because it's saying, I don't want to be in this place. And then it's screwing all your chakras all up because you're in mixed emotions. And that's all it really feels like is mixed emotions. When you have mixed emotions, you cannot have a straight chakra. You cannot because some are running it really slow and low. And it's making your intentions with your solar plexus fucked up. Because then the intentions won't work right. Because that's where the strength and the courage comes from, right? And then if that's not running at smooth capacity over here, then it's not going to make the sacral chakra run real well either, because then it says, where's my desires? All of our chakras in a row. Clarify. I didn't want that many cards, but we'll go here first. The Tower. 3 of Wands. There's something out there. It's a Pegasus. There's something out there. It's coming. You can see it. It's in the distance. It's on the distant horizon. You just have to let the tower fall. Allow the tower to fall. The tower is in reverse, so it says you already see the tower coming, so you're not going to have to worry about it becoming just some chaotic. Look, you're already in the knowing. Crown Chakra says, I already know this is not going to work. You know, as soon as you told me it wasn't going to work, I fucking knew it. You see what I'm saying? But you did. You did. You knew that something within that certain situation was not going your way. So it's almost like it was already inevitable for you to see that that wasn't going to work. But it was almost like you put extra prayers, extra power into it, even though you knew that this door was not going to open. But why not take the chance, right? But I think for some of you, you wanted it so bad you may even try to manifest it and then came to the conclusion, if I pray on it hard enough, it'll open. You know, it's just that, like, you know, I got this, right? The power of suggestion, but it didn't. It didn't because it wasn't meant to. But you guys, fire sign, you guys knew that it wasn't. You know why? Because you know that something else is supposed to happen. You know that something, let's just see what these say really fast. You don't have to keep them, but I can look at them. Yeah, I like that better anyways. I like that better because it says the world is in reverse, which means that you have an unclosed chapter. You're not ready to move on to the next chapter just yet when it comes to that certain situation. Five of Swords. Self-sabotage. Try to get yourself away from anything that self-sabotages the situation. There's that prayer that I was trying to pray for, but it didn't go my way. But you know what? I'm going to try to move away from that situation. But then you have the Wheel of Fortune. There's that honeybee coming in with the Lovers. It was what I did and what I wanted, the passion, but I'm not going to hold on to it. I love this because it's saying I'm not going to hold on to this very long. It was a passionate thing that I was so passionate about, but you know what? Fire goes out really quick. So it was something that's like, as soon as you blew out my fire, you made me very sad, but it's okay because something else is going to happen with the Wheel of Fortune, which is going to spark a new flame within yourself with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles says, because I was working in this area, you guys, come on, y'all know the Nine of Pentacles, it's your rewards, it's the fruits of your nature. That means Spirit says, with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm going to bring you something that you're going to really desire. Seven of Pentacles, you put in so much hard work. Let me give you something that's worth your time. You think that this is what you want, but that's not where I want you to be. You have something else. It doesn't mean that you will never have that. It just means that right now, let me put you somewhere else. Something you desire, something that'll hold the commitment, hold the truths, hold the Nine of Cups, hold the happiness. And then you can build upon that. And then maybe later that door will open. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay. Now let's get to each sign. Man, that's gorgeous. Now let's see how you guys are going to do each sign-wise here. We're going to start with Leo and going around. Okay. Leo. That's message for the beautiful Leo. Social status on the rise with resources and change in your environment. Ooh, home-based. So you're definitely on this social status. You're having a glow up. This is going to actually bring you into a different line of what you're doing and giving you a major glow up. And your status quo is going to change. So where you thought you might be going is their environment's going to be different. And it's going to, wow, bring in way more money. Okay, so if you thought you were getting one job, they're saying, no, I got another job for you. Something that's going to make you way more money. Something that's going to get you noticed. Something that's going to make you, put you in the spotlight that you need to be in. You are Leo. You should be in the spotlight. You should feel like you're in the spotlight. You should feel like the world is revolving around you in your own little, in your own world, and the way you feel and the way who you are. Not in an arrogant way or a vain way. It's who you are deep down inside. It doesn't mean that you have to represent all of that towards the outside world. We're talking about who you are in inside your world and how you think. That's the way they think, right? That's who you are. Okay? Because I'm Leo. I'm awesome. So funny. My mom's Leo. My mom's Leo, my son's Leo, and my neighbors next door are both Leos. He's a Leo, she's a Leo. It's like, that's who we are. I get them all together. My gosh, you gotta have a whole clan of lions over there. I'm just like a baby Leo, you know what I mean? I'm just rising, you know? But I got you. I totally get you. This is the transformation, though, that you totally 100% need. Yeah. Hello. This is where you're going to move moderately, but feel like it's been worth waiting for. Temperance is beautiful because it's right side. I've been saying, this is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting my whole life for this. Even if it wasn't your whole life, it's going to feel like that, right? You're going to say, this is where I feel wealthy. This is where I get the good news of my new job, my new me, and I'm just, I'm just feeling free. And don't cage the Leo. I love it. You're not going to feel caging. You feel wild and free. Look, your social status. Look at you. Look at you glowing. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Love it. Yeah. And this news coming in is just exactly what you need. And if it's a love, which I don't think for a lot of you it is, but if you already have a wonderful job, you know what it is. I'm not going to ever really 100% put words into anything unless I know for a fact that says I'm doing a love reading. Right? But whatever it is, this news is gorgeous. If it's a new love, whatever that door was closed, whether they're seeing you, whether it's a job, I don't care what it is, they see you. You are in the limelight of what it is you need. Not even really a glow up, my friends, because you're always on a glow up. You are literally in the center of attention, in the limelight, where you're a star. You're supposed to be that way. That's the way it's supposed to be. And if you're not, then you're sad. Okay? It's not good. Not good. Everybody has characteristics. And then, of course, some Leos are a little different from others because depends on what you have rising in your chart. Okay, so somebody could say, I'm not that 100. You might not be, and that's okay. But you still want to be in that glow up. You still want to be in that limelight. Okay, you still want to shine. Most people do anyways, no matter what, unless you're literally a person who's just like, ah! Don't put that in my face, right? You like to be a little more hidden like Scorpio men. Okay, ready? Don't always like the limelight. Yeah, so limitations. Yeah, no limitations. I like that. That's what it is at the bottom of the deck for you, Leo. No limitations. Let go of your worries. You're all good. Okay? Love it. Sagittarius. Beautiful Sag. Moving on up to the east side over here, going to the next level. There's a playful energy coming in that says this is the new offer, the new career is on its way and having a salary increase. That door, there's a new door. It's not this fucking door, right? That door is closed. Nobody cares about that door anymore. We're looking at this Nine of Cups. Spirit says, this is what I'm bringing you because this door over here can't bring you that stuff. Where I'm taking you is taking you to the next level where you can express your creative self and where you can feel like you're sitting in the authority of yourself and being more self-confident. This door over here didn't bring those things. That's why I kept it closed. It didn't help growth. Okay? Something that's not going to help you in the situation. So let's see what's going on here. Spirit says, ooh, I love it. 5 of Cups to the Ace of Cups. So getting over the worries, getting over the certain situations. I feel like it's the same thing I just told Leo at the end. No limitations. Get over the worries. It's okay. There's no limiting self-beliefs. We have the Ace of Cups. We have this new love, new opportunity, something that's going to be more toward your heart. It's actually something that's going to feel more driven towards something that is more you than what you were rejected for. Yeah, and you're going to feel like it's a gift. Ooh, 2 aces. Oh, Gemini. Wow. 2 aces, it's definitely a gift. Feeling like, okay, you put me through what I felt was hell. Because I actually do feel it's kind of crazy for you, Sag. I actually feel like this one's going to make you feel like you kind of went through hell and back because you put in a lot of energy with this one. But what you're getting out would definitely be heaven sent. Because it's better than what you were trying to put into, right? So this is way better than that. So you could say if I was getting a job, I really wanted that job because it was going to be $20 an hour, but this one's like $23 an hour. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're going to say, holy shit, that's heaven's, and it's closer to home. You see what I'm saying? So something like this, okay? Something that's meant more for me. It's just better for you and you know it. And that's why it feels like a gift. And it's definitely going to make you feel like you're sitting on your throne. But it's going to move you up into some kind of status change, a leader, having more self-confidence. There's just so many things that's changing your status quo. This is going to feel like, I just got to say it, guys, it's heaven sent. I can't say anything different for you, because I'm going to tell you, I think for you, you're going to feel this more than Aries and Leo. I think that because I think you put a lot into this situation to where it just felt like you went through hell and back for this not to ever happen. Okay. And it could have been because maybe you were working on this piece a lot longer than they were, whatever it is. Okay. So I just feel like it's a little more dire straits for you. In the emotional department, definitely. Okay. So it's just that, you know, it's not really good for anybody, but I feel like you really had that. So, okay. Aries. Love life, wealth, and money tree. My God, you just got all the fucking money. I have nothing. I've got nothing. And every one of you have limitations. Let go of worries. I'm putting this here as your overall card. Every sign has got this. No matter what, every one of you. That is your fire sign card. Limitations, it says. Fear and doubt limit freedom of action. Let go of your worries. There you go. And you, Aries, I just have to say right here, your money tree is crazy. Enjoy your wealth. Your wish is coming true. You're getting what you have longed for, desired. So whatever this is, you thought that's where it was going to all be, but Spirit said, nah, I got something better for you. Look at where the wealth is. Look at where the love is. Even if it's a love situation in the wealth, maybe it's 2 in 1. Maybe it's a really wealthy person. Just saying. Maybe maybe you got the CEO that's coming in that's just this wealthy freaking person who's just gorgeous. They got all this money. I don't know. You have love and money going on. You have 2 in 1. You're getting both. So I don't know if you're going to get this job, make tons of money, and then maybe you go to lunch at Subway sandwiches or Starbucks or something, or wherever you're going, sandwich shop or something, and you meet the love of your life. I don't know, but it's literally one or the other. Just saying. Or if you're already married, it's improving your wealth, which improves your love life, because like maybe now you guys get to go on those vacations, you get to go do things together that you haven't done or always wanted to do, right? So it's improving your love life. Take that how it is, okay? Not everybody's looking for love, and not everybody is married, right? And if it has nothing to do with me wanting love at all, it's just about you being in love with yourself. Just plain and simple. Giving back that self-love. Hey, I'm going to go on vacations by myself. Me and my friends. 4 of Wands to the Chariot. Yeah. Love. Love again. 4 of Wands to the Chariot. Moving towards love. For most of you, it's moving towards love. If you know you don't want love, then you can just throw that away. Okay? Because no matter what, this is moving towards love and helping your family out. Winning the race, being in the right direction, moving fast. Everything's moving so fast with the Chariot. Yeah, because the bottom of the deck, it says you're winning. Yeah. Okay. So that is just a beautiful, 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 guys. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.